Today we're going to model the 5-day fluency routine from a first grade lesson. What I want us all to remember is that prior to the 5-day fluency routine, we complete our whole group phonics lesson. Today we talked about initial blends with the letter L, and we talked about words that begin with FL, starting with flag, glass, slip, and clown. You can see our anchor chart highlights the initial blend, and it also gives an anchor picture for the students. It includes real and nonsense words. And we also must remember that we are going to add words to this chart as we go through these lessons. We will add them as a whole class, and we might even encourage our students to build new words that have that initial blend when they're in word work. So let's talk about the routine. At this point, all of my students have a copy of On the Pond, and all of them have a highlighter in their hand. I recommend highlighters as much as possible because crayons sometimes can wipe out the word. So be careful if you're going to use a crayon to use a yellow crayon. I'm going to tell my students today we're going to look for words that begin with our initial blends that we studied earlier. So I'm going to ask my students to put their finger on the title, On the Pond. And I'm going to look for words that have our beginning blends. I'm going to tell my students to put their finger on the first word in the first sentence. And it's it. As I move across, I see the word sleepy. Go ahead and highlight sleepy. Sleepy. And then I'm going to keep going across with my finger to see if I can't find a word with a blend. I might have students who shout out and say, Dr. Shar, slipped. And I'll say, you're right, slipped. Everybody highlight slipped. Now, I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to see, we're going across our words very quickly, and I see plant. And I see splish. And I'm going to say to my students, you all see splish? Go ahead, make sure you highlight splish. You have a question?
Dr. Shar, I see glass.
Very good. I'm going to keep going and see if I find glass. First, I found fly, so I'm going to say, oh, we found fly first. Did I miss glass?
Yes, ma'am.
I did. I missed glass.
At the top.
Where? Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're going to keep on going because I'm human and sometimes I miss things, but I see a lot of flies. There's that sly Y. Everyone highlight fly and then highlight splash. Keep going. I see glug, glam. And I see clouds. So remember, students, we're in our second paragraph, the first sentence, underline, highlight clouds. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I see slipped, and I see clam, and I see fly, and I'm gonna stop at goodbye. All right? Now, I say to my students, this is day 1, or it could be day 3. We're gonna read these highlighted words. Okay, students, put your finger on sleepy. Ready? Everyone with me. Sleepy, slipped, glass, plant, splish, fly, 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 splash, glug, glam, clam, clouds, slipped, clam, fly. Wasn't that quick and easy? Let's do it again. Sleepy, slipped, glass. Put your finger on glass. Everyone, glass. Very good. Plant, splish, fly, 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 splash. Put your finger on splash. Say it again. Splash. Glug, clam, clouds, slipped, clam. Put your finger on clam. Say it again. Clam. Fly. Very good. Okay, we've read our highlighted words. Now for the fun part. We're going to read as a whole class. I'm the director of the reading. I want my students to echo as much as possible. So I might have to say, my little friend Jenny over here, she's really good at tracking. She's going to work with Tashira and be sure she's tracking along. But then I have my little friend Shar, and she's not able to track with a friend or on her own. So she's going to have a front row phonics seat with me, and she's going to watch me read as I go across the passage. Okay, so all my students, put your finger on the title together, On the Pond. Now students, put your finger on it. Are we ready? It was another sleepy morning on the pond. Night turned into a day as the sun slipped. Put your finger on slipped. Slipped up in the sky. The wind was still and the pond was like glass. Say glass. Put your finger on glass. Good work. The grass was wet and a drip dropped from the plant. It was time to wake up the pond. Splish. Put your finger on splish. Say it with excitement. See the exclamation point? Splish. A frog jumped into the pond and landed on his pad. Buzz. A fly buzzed by. Jump. Put your finger on jump. Good. The frog tried to catch the fly, but the fly got by. Splash. Everyone, splash. The fish swam by the frog on his pad. Glug. Say it with me. Glug. The clam came up from the mud. The sun peeked out of the ruffled clouds and looked down. There was so much going on. It was a long and a happy day on the pond. Then the sun slipped. Put your finger on slipped. Say it with me. Slipped down in the sky. The frog and the fish and the clam and the what? Fly all said goodbye. Very good. And if I had time, I could read it again, or I might have my students partner read if they're able to read with each other. But the most important part was I modeled highlighting our key words. We read those words together, and then we read the passage accurately and at a brisk pace for students to grow in their accuracy and their decoding. So I hope this helps you see how this can be wonderful support for our students, and I look forward to coaching you and helping you along the way as we grow our practice with 5-day fluency routine. Thank you.